Welcome back to more breaking updates that we are picking up when it comes to being over 5 days after a 30-year-old man who was allegedly shot dead by the West Bengal police in Kaliaganj in West Bengal. The Mamata Banerjee government has now handed over the investigation to the Criminal Investigation Department, or which is the CID. Now the opposition party, that is the BJP, has also raised the issue and has been believing that when it comes to the death of Burman and Kaliaganj, that is a case of police atrocity, and the BJP is now hit at the West Bengal government for handing over the probe to the CID, which the BJP says to rule out any bias, the TMC government must go for an impartial probe by an independent probe agency like the CBI. Now we are looking at several of those allegations that have been leveled. However, when it comes to the death of the youth case, as far as the protests that were going on over the death of a minor in the alleged murder and gang rape that is being reported, now that has been officially handed over to the CID.
Matter is under investigation. ঠিক আছে, এই আমরা কেস টেক আপ করেছি গতকাল সকালবেলা. It's been 2 days. এখনো it is too premature to comment. এই মুহূর্তে আমরা কিছু বলবো না. ইনভেস্টিগেশন হচ্ছে. ইনভেস্টিগেশন যখন কমপ্লিট হয়ে যাবে তখন ইউ উইল গেট. দুটো কমপ্লেন্ট হয়েছে. পুলিশের তরফ থেকে একটা হয়েছে, একটা যে মারা গেছেন তার ফ্যামিলি মেম্বার হয়েছে. দুটো সেপারেট কেস হয়েছে. দুটোই ইনভেস্টিগেশন করছি. দুটোই সিআইডি ইনভেস্টিগেশন করছে. আমরা কেসটা এখন অবধি ইটস জাস্ট দ্য সেকেন্ড ডে. তো ইনভেস্টিগেশন হোক, তারপরে উই উইল গেট টু নো হোয়াট আর দ্য ফ্যাক্টস. আমরা একটা বুলেট হেড, অ্যাপারেন্টলি বুলেট হেড পেয়েছি. সেটা ফরেনসিক্স অ্যানালিসিস না করে বলা মুশকিল আছে যে এটা বুলেট হেডই কিনা. মনে হচ্ছে বুলেট হেড আছে.
However, we are hearing from the CID side as they have been saying that the investigation has just begun, as the TM of the CID officials has now taken over the case on the directions given by the West Bengal Sarkar to them. They have been saying that at least 2 complaints that have been filed, one is by the police and other is by the family. And these are the 2 separate cases that are being probed by the CID. It is just the beginning of the investigation as they are taken over, and it would be too premature to point out anything, especially when it comes to who shot dead that man who was protesting in Kaliaganj. Apparently one bullet head that has also been found. That is what the CID official seems to be saying, but they can only confirm after forensic tests are conducted. Now the matter is still under investigation, and the investigation that has now been formally taken over by the CID in the case where the West Bengal government has now handed over the case to the CID. Now the law and order situation is something that the BJP has been questioning all along in the state of West Bengal, and they have been demanding that the Kaliaganj alleged rape and murder of a minor, the girl, that also be handed over to a neutral probe agency like the CBI. But however, the matters got worse and tense in Kaliaganj, where there was the shooting incident that was reported. The BJP has been calling it atrocity on part of the police, and however also mentioning that the CID has the same very police officials. So how can there will be an impartial or a free and fair investigation be conducted by the same agency? Now they have been demanding that the death of the youth, the case, that also be taken up to a neutral probe agency like the CBI in this case. However, Mamata Banerjee Sarkar, they're defending as far as the law and order situation in the state is concerned. And they have been saying that the CID will take over the case officially when it comes to the death of this youth, this 30-year-old man who was apparently shot dead by police firing over the protests that were happening over the minor's death in Kaliaganj. So the situation that continues to remain tense. We're also looking at pictures as we got you the ground reports of even how the Kaliaganj police station came under the attack of those angry protesters there, because the victims have been demanding for a CBI probe and have been calling the action that was initiated by the police as police brutality. Let's get you a ground report.
People living in this village are absolutely scared. They're filled with agony and tension at all times. Right now I'm standing in front of a house whose people have left the house because they're scared of the police, because they're scared that the police might encounter them. As I walk inside the house, you can see there is no one living here. This was a house, people have lands here, they actually does farming here, but they are forced out of their house because they're scared of the police, because police might come at any point in time and they might pick them up, they might arrest them, they might question them. I will show you here. As you can see, they have locked the house. It is locked here. They have left. They have gone away, far away, to some of the relatives' house where they feel safe. They have a lot of people have even left the village to look for different jobs as well. They have left everything behind, their belongings, their properties, everything behind, and they have left this place because they are scared of the police, because they are scared of the fact that police might come here. Even when we were talking to a few people who are left in this village, as you can see, more than 80% of the houses are already empty, are already locked out.
Adrija, good morning. The ground report that you have been getting for us, we are trying to understand the situation that still remains tense. In fact, it seems that there is no trust amongst the people with the police or the Sarkar there.
Well, yes, so according to the people who are living here, the situation remains tense and they are really scared because police comes at 3 hours in the morning and harasses them, and then they bang their doors and they wrongfully arrest them. They just pick them up in their van and take them away to the police station. So the people are really scared, and therefore they cannot stay at their houses at night. They go away to the fields at night. And they go, it's really dark. They have to close their lights. They cannot switch the light on, because if the police sees the light, the police will follow, and then the police will come inside the house.
All right.
Therefore, they have to go in the darkness at night, and they have to stay in the field.
Well, this seems to be the fallout of the Kaliaganj violence that has been witnessed as the BJP has been raising the issue of deteriorating law and order in the state of West Bengal. Adrija, thank you very much for the moment for joining in. Let's quickly move on and